Can you remember the day?
I don't remember when. I remember how we met.
Yeah.
But I don't remember when I heard you sing.
I don't know.
Do you remember when?
No.
I don't, because I remember clearly when we met. It was in this jazz club in Tel Aviv.
Mm-hmm. What year was it? Exactly. Was it
when I was playing with your boyfriend at the time? You guys came. What I remember is that I was sitting there waiting for the band to come, and then I saw. Maybe it wasn't like this, but this is how I remember it, like in a movie where you only see the bottom part of the shot. I was sitting in the front row looking at the stage, and then I saw like these two people, and they were in the same kind of shoes. It's like pointy leather boots. It was like Mika and her boyfriend are both wearing those like pointy leather boots, and I was like, yeah, okay. This is the first picture that I have.
I've heard this story before. Enlightening everyone around. I could tell by the way you dance without fear. I thought it was very special that without any romantic expectations, felt very comfortable.
Yeah.
And then I think you came into the picture and it was just natural to just call you to play with us also. Yeah. That makes sense.
More of an extension of hanging out together and being friends. Yeah. Then much later, more like in New York, when it became more like... Yeah, maybe then it wasn't even your music, right? Like back in Hi-Fi, it was covers and...
Yeah, it was. I didn't play a full show of my own songs back then.
Yeah.
I was just starting on writing, and I would always do maybe a song or two of mine, but I didn't have the material for a full show.
Yeah, totally.
And when I first had material for first show, that was in New York.
Yeah.
And you were living in Boston at the time.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I approached you and I said, I would like to do a full show of my own music and I would like you to be the musical director.
Yeah, I remember that. That part.
That was the first band.
Yeah, that was the first band. Basically, we're just friends. We met in Tel Aviv, and then I moved. I already had the plan. I moved to Boston, and then you moved to New York. And everybody from Boston, basically all those musicians living in Boston, looking for excuses to go to New York all the time. And Mika had the best apartment, basically, in the city, even in Brooklyn, honestly. So we're friends and we're like looking for any excuse to go visit New York and stay with Mika and hang out. But we were also poor. So I was so poor. And then, so having like a reason, playing a show, this was a good reason.
I would also come to Boston.
Yeah.
And visit you a lot.
Yeah.
And we did some gigs there too.
Later we would do gigs in Boston as well, and then even when we both lived in New York, we still went to Boston a few times together to play.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I had the Beehive show. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, there was Boston, New York. We did like all kind of embassy gigs in Washington. And,
yeah, there was this time where this what's this name of this sex consultant?
Yeah, Ruth. The old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, Dr. Ruth.
She came to our gig.
Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, and suddenly, I don't know.
First like a sex influencer.
Right. Exactly. I don't remember how I realized that she was in the audience. Someone told me, or you told me? Someone told me that she was in the audience. And then she came to us afterwards. Yeah. You remember?
No.
I
remember meeting her there. She's tiny.
Yeah, tiny lady. And like you wouldn't expect, like you're this is Dr. Ruth. You're like, oh wow. But I I just remember being very excited by the fact that she was there, and then that she like came to us afterward, and I felt like starstruck a little bit.
Yeah, totally. Dr. Ruth. I'll check her out. It's classic stuff. Classic. Yeah. No, but we're talking before social media, right? Like, think about it that this like Mika and I met before Facebook existed, or like Facebook started in 2004 or something like that, but it was only open for college students in America. And when I started going to school in Boston, that was the beginning of Facebook. You needed an .edu email address to have a Facebook account. Okay, so that's like the time. Dr. Ruth was on television. She was like a television celebrity, personality. This little American lady, you know, in her like old 60-something, 70s, they're talking about sex very openly. So everybody knew Dr. Ruth. She was like the ultra feminist, like just like friendly old lady talking about sex. So she was randomly at this show. Yeah. No, probably now, yeah.
Seems like your music got far.
You gotta... Yeah. Yeah, Mika's music reached very far. Yeah.
At some point you moved to San Francisco after you graduated.
Yeah. 2009 I moved to California. There was a moment that we were not really in touch for like a year or something. And then got back in touch. Don't remember, just, you know, life. And I started realizing that I'm going to move back to New York. I mean, California was fun, but you know, not exactly what I... Yeah, not for a long term. It was more like a breather. So finally, in fact, the first time we lived in the same city together was 2011, and really moving to New York, Mika was very helpful there. I remember that basically the first days in New York we were staying at your place.
Really?
Me and Kira. Kira was staying with you. We moved, I was touring, Kira was staying with you.
Right, Kira stayed with me.
Yeah, and then you kind of helped us settle in, and we lived in Manhattan, you were in Brooklyn, and eventually we also moved to Brooklyn, and that was like...
An apartment I found for you.
Yeah, exactly. Apartment that Mika found for us in Brooklyn. And then we were like, okay, this is like really, we're neighbors for the first time. That was 2013, something like this. Mika got married and moved back to Tel Aviv, or moved back to Israel. And a couple of years later, I moved to Berlin.
What was really beautiful about around those years that you didn't mention is that around that time you know in California you met your now wife, or already for a long time wife. Immediately when I met her, we got along so well.
Yeah.
And I mean, Kira and I, your wife and I, and later when my husband got into the picture, he also came into this. So everything always felt very between the four of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's another aspect of it. I think that we always were such good friends, but everything when the families came, or even before the families, when the romantic relationships came along, they all always worked so well together, and so we were able to build this deep friendship beyond you and I in music.
I mean, I really liked Mika's husband. Like, really, it's a great, sometimes your good friend gets into a relationship and you don't like the partner, and you're like, man,
yeah,
this is 50% of the time.
Yeah.
And here was the opposite, was just like such a good partner. And yeah, I think also my wife also and Ehud got along very well.
Right.
So the whole thing worked out really well. And for a couple of years we lived in Berlin and you guys lived in Tel Aviv, and then there's like, I don't even know how it happened, but it was so perfect. We're basically doing vacations together in Greece, And Cyprus, like a common
Not only
place
in
that
France,
we love.
all over Europe.
Yeah, all over Europe, trying to do.
Even though we didn't live in the same country, we managed to keep this like relationship between this good connection between the four of us, and always met for like joint vacations, and that really kept the glue. Yeah,
it's true. And then eventually they started talking about potentially moving to Berlin, which is like, it's your dream. It's my dream that my friends will move. That I'll live close to my friends. Basically, this is the dream. And then when they started talking about it, I was like, okay, let's not ruin this. Like, let's do it gently. Let's see what I can do. And then, just by incredible luck, my neighbor came and was like, I'm looking for somebody to take over this apartment. And then I was like, okay.
Hold on right there.
Call a hood. You guys want to take this apartment right now? Say yes on the phone.
No, we already sent you on apartment
I was
huntings.
already looking for apartments for you guys. Yeah, I've seen a couple of apartments in the neighborhood. But then this one came in the building. And
yes.
I was like, yeah. Then it actually happened that you moved into the building.
Right. And then the unbelievable thing happened where we actually, and unlike in Brooklyn, we felt like we were neighbors, but we were 2 subway stops away.
Yeah.
And we still like hung out all the time, and it felt like really, it's not even a thing to go out of the apartment. And then we moved to Berlin, to the same building.
Yeah.
2 floors below you guys. Which was really a dream come true. And of course, what we didn't mention is that kids came along.
Yeah, exactly. Well, already we had kids in the meantime, right? I already had 2 kids. I mean, actually, you guys had 2 kids as well by this time.
Already in the joint vacation stage that we talked about.
Yeah.
So, you have a very, I think everyone who knows you have heard this sentence from you, this motto or slogan that you have that is play with your friends.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel this is a big why for you. And what does it mean to you? Why is it better to play with your friends? Or why is music better when you play with your friends? Or why is friends better when you make music with them?
I don't know that it's better. It was never like this, but it was from the beginning of me playing music. Was I never had an ambition to be a successful musician. It was never. Yeah, it's not why I started playing music or anything like this, and it wasn't even so much curiosity about music, so much that it was a social thing to do. Like I started, my first instrument was saxophone, in fact, and when I started playing it, and I brought it to some friends that were playing music. At that age, I was 10 or 9, and it didn't work. Everybody was playing guitar and drums, and I didn't understand what I was supposed to do with a saxophone in this case, and nobody told me. And this is why I quickly changed to bass. I mean, there was a moment that was just like everybody was playing, basically very garage band scenario. One of my friends had like a garage with instruments. His brother was playing music, and he had all the stuff there, and we were meeting there and just like jamming, as kids. Playing a lot of Green Day and grunge music, and we kind of played all the instruments. And the point is that I needed to play with my friends. Like this is all I wanted to do, was to be like in the band and play with other people. And this was the motivation to play music. And somehow getting better at playing music was just the result of this, of wanting to play with other people and maybe with different people, and everything just rolled. And in fact, this was still the motivation. Basically, the reason I moved to the States to study is because that's what everybody did. Like all my friends did that. don't know that I had like a strong ambition to move to America and study jazz. Yes, it was secondary to like keep hanging with my friends. And so I'm not saying it's better, and you can make great music with strangers, but for me it was just the strong motivation, and it's still the motivation, like, because I can't imagine continuing playing music as in a bubble, in isolation, without being a part of like hanging out with people I like. It seems like for me just a huge
misses the purpose. Or...
For me, I don't. Yeah.
You're not saying, you mean you don't want to say something that's universal, but that's your.
For me, I'm sure that it's not like this for many people, and I'm also not saying that it's some kind of a truth. I'm only saying that for me, this is the motivation to keep doing it.
And when did it change for you, or has it changed for you, where you started having professional goals? And did you feel that sometimes it was a struggle between those forces?
Yeah. I mean, it didn't. I don't know that it changed. The motivation stayed the same, but it is a struggle between those. A little bit of a struggle, because sometimes the professional route, imposes there's like other interests. You should play with these people. You should play with this in that style. You should do this to gain success in some way, and it's not the play with your friends thing. But for me, it doesn't really work. I notice where if I do it, I still have the most professional success when I stick to my friends, and I see it like with, for example, with the dance productions that I've done over the years. I always pulled my friends from all over the world to come do it with me. I was always offered, hire this person. They are, they will open the door here. They will hide, but it never worked. I tried. It never worked. The music never was so happening until I, brought my friends in to do it with me, and then, it makes the music better because it's easier to bring a lot of ideas, and it's easier to it's easier to talk about bad ideas, and it's very easy for us to talk about, it's very easy for me to tell you that something is not working, you know what I'm saying? And with my strong partners, with James Shipp, for example, it's very, very easy to tell each other when something is not good, it's not working. It's and that makes it better because you can easily move on to something better.
Or you can allow yourself also to be vulnerable and hear, and also for the other person to tell you that that's not working, right?
Yeah, exactly. For me, I think it's gonna basically stay the motivation to do it. If it feels like it's becoming isolating and and asocial, I don't think that I have another reason to keep doing it. Like another reason, it's worth keep doing it for me.
If it's always the same disagreement, why not grieve it and then leave it? If you just let me win this, I swear I'll try to never ask again.
I see you as a person who isn't afraid to say how they feel and what, very, very direct and very honest. And I think that's rare, and I think that many people are very, reserved, and you have this way of being very, you can say things to people, And maybe this is weird, but I just wanted to hear if you also feel like that, and where do you think it comes from? This, like, you have this confidence to say things, to be okay with stating things that some other people would maybe feel uncomfortable with.
Yeah. I mean, I think I see it now within myself. I think I didn't always see it. I think it started probably just being like rude or like, being unaware maybe. But no, what I really think now in the last few years, or in the last 10 years, when I realize it, is that if I truly believe that what I'm gonna say is for the betterment of the situation.
Helpful.
Yeah. Not even helpful in this way. Like, I really think it's from, I'm saying it, I think about it, it's from a good place. It's, as far as I can tell, it's gonna make the situation better. It's gonna help the music or the person or the environment. Then I have, then it's easy for me to say it, even if it's really hard. Yeah. And I feel like when I say it with this kind of
intention.
With this kind of intention, or after I meditated on it and I know that it's like this, then usually it goes well. And the thing is that if it doesn't go well, then it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then I know I tried, to do a good thing, and if it didn't catch, then it's okay. Cool. Like, I'm not afraid of like the consequence of the thing. But I also think it gives it some kind of lightness, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would say something that other people would consider dramatic in a much lighter way, because I truly don't think it will be dramatic.
Right.
And then it changes the response completely.
Why not bleed it and rebuild it? If I completely lose it, can I trust you to stay mine? Can I trust you to always be mine? Can I trust you to stay my friend?
I have a few quick, rapid questions for you that I'm gonna read from a paper that I prepared.
Okay.
And I would like you to try to really not think about it too much and just shoot.
Okay, not my best. But let's try.
Let's try. Ready? Mm-hmm. Finish the sentence. Great musicians always.
Always.
This is great.
Always question themselves.
Ooh. Okay. Cool. Bad music happens when?
Ego is involved.
Good one. In 3 words, what matters most in music?
Play with friends.
Perfect. Best duo album?
I don't know. Mika. And it's not a duo album, huh?
Has one side of it.
But recently I listened to Bill Frisell with Gary Peacock. It's a really, it's a very cool duo album. Just one of many.
Runner up.
Yeah.
Good. The best song by Mika Hary you should listen to is... You should listen
to Goodbye to Drama. I don't. How can you listen to this song? Can you listen to it on Spotify?
You can
Okay. You cannot.
No, this song to listen to this song, you can only purchase the vinyl.
Oh my God! You need to purchase the vinyl for it. Then it's
Yeah.
cool. It's a song that our other neighbor and a great musician producer Amir Bressler together with Guy, and it's a full band song. I think I'm playing electric bass on it, and yeah, you should definitely listen to it. Goodbye to Drama. Also, Goodbye to Drama, guys. Seriously.
Connects to your other thing.
Exactly.
But there's taste of it on my Instagram.
Oh, tastes on Instagram. Okay.
You can taste it on the reels, but the full version you need to buy the album.
Buy the album.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? This is the last question?
That was it.
Nice.
יש לך עוד? אתה מוזמן להציע עוד.